Hi, my name is Matias Makiranta, and I will be talking about how labor market concentration decreases wages. Further, I will be investigating whether remote work or increased worker mobility could mitigate this negative wage effect. To study labor market concentration, I will be using a dataset consisting of over 7.3 million online vacancies from Germany. The idea here is that when there are only a few employing firms in a single labor market, the employing firms have more bargaining power over wages, which leads to lower wages for the workers. The most well-known example is monopsony, in which case there is only one employing firm within some labor markets. If labor market concentration decreases wages, this likely also means that fewer people will supply labor, causing a decline in employment as well. I will be looking at specifically how local labor market concentration influences wages. A local labor market is defined based on occupation and geographic area. In this paper, a single labor market is defined as all vacancies within a three-digit occupation group posted within the same not-G geographic area. I use big data from public websites collected by Eurostat with an algorithm. The dataset covers all vacancies posted online in Germany in 2020. Labor market concentration is measured based on the share that each firm has of posted vacancies within each single labor market. For example, if there are 10 vacancies posted within one labor market and one company has posted 7 of them, this means that this company has a 70% market share of the vacancies. Based on these market shares, we calculate the Herfindahl-Hussmann index, which is an overall measure of local labor market concentration in this paper. This map shows the average local labor market concentration by not-G area in Germany. Each area includes hundreds of individual occupational labor markets, and the average is weighted based on the number of vacancies posted within each single labor market. The most competitive labor markets are in big cities like Hamburg, München, and Berlin, while most concentrated labor markets are in rural areas. Studying the relationship between wages and labor market concentration is empirically challenging. To interpret this relationship as causal, models of oligopsony imply that we need to hold both product market demand and labor supply as constant. We attempt to first build an all-else fixed effects model, but it is likely that the results from this model are biased. Fixed effects only capture time-invariant effects, but there is reason to believe that within our results there are time-varying labor supply and demand effects. For example, the supply within some local labor market might become constrained within some period. In this case, firms must compete over workers, which increases wages. Because labor supply is more likely to become constrained in concentrated labor markets within rural areas, this might lead us to underestimate the wage effect of labor market concentration. Further, endogeneity issues include potential firm-specific effects and the fact that only a minority of the postings include data on posted wage and other control variables. Because of these endogeneity issues, we use an instrumental variable called leave-on-out. This instrument predicts the concentration within the local labor market based on the average concentration in other markets within the same occupation. The instrument is not evidently correlated with product market demand or labor supply, suggesting that the instrument is exogenous. First stage regression also shows that this is a very strong instrument. IB results indicate that a 1% increase in labor market concentration decreases posted wages for full-time employees by 0.098%. This is a moderate effect, and it means that moving from the median labor market to a highly concentrated labor market decreases wages by over 20%. This highlights well why labor market concentration can be a problem, especially in rural areas where there are many highly concentrated labor markets. How could we mitigate this negative wage effect? One idea is that if workers were fully mobile, they could simply move away from the concentrated labor market where wages are lower. It is difficult to find workers who are fully mobile, but at least arguably remote workers have this opportunity. We continue to use the same instrumental variable, but now with an interaction time. We find that remote workers do not face negative wage effects from local labor market concentration. Our results suggest that a potential policy response to labor market concentration could include schemes to increase remote worker or worker mobility. A good example is the law being discussed in Ireland, which would give workers the right to request remote work. The public sector is also a very important employer, especially in many European countries, and it could start offering more positions which include a remote working option for those who want to work from home. In many cases, already the existence of these public sector opportunities could decrease the monopsony power of firms within rural areas. Finally, from inequality point of view, we notice that in the median case, the German worker faces a competitive labor market, but workers in rural areas might face significant negative wage effects from labor market concentration. Thus, solutions are especially needed in rural areas. Thank you for listening.